Love and light, stillness and abundance, health and wholeness. Love and light, stillness and abundance, health and wholeness. Love and light, stillness and abundance, health and wholeness. First off, I want to appreciate anyone and everyone that see their own light. And I want to appreciate anyone that's willing to lay down their own vessel for anyone who's willing to show others their light. Stillness and abundance in the highest frequency of love and light. Health and wholeness. To one and all. Ashe. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness in the highest frequency. We're going to talk a little bit today, family. I want to salute those seekers of truth. And more so, I want to salute those speakers of truth. If you're a seeker or a speaker, you're going to come off different. Or you may appear different to common folks. What I mean by common is to those people that's doing the same thing. Everybody that's doing the same thing, those are common folk to me. I've always appeared different, strange, weird, probably worse than that, to common folk. If you're a certain type of being, you probably have too. So salute to my truth seekers and my truth speakers. Because if you're a seeker or a speaker, most people you know probably don't like what you do, because sometimes how truth expresses itself through you may be saying something about them. In that observation, in that realization, I realized that I'm a trigger for a lot of people. I only realized that realization by observing the people that were triggers to me. If anybody walking with me, you'll see how this thing works. I say that to say, depending on the type of magnet that you are, and how in tune, in touch, and tapped in you are to your divine abilities, you gotta watch what you are attracting. You gotta watch if you're a spiritual person of spiritual orientation, meaning you invest yourself in spiritual studies, metaphysical studies, exo and esoteric studies, what have you, you have to watch what you are attracting. Because everything that you attract to you, everything that we will attract to us, is not for our highest good. More so, people will attract to you for their highest good until they know that you see through them. And then you will see things change. You will see the dynamic change. You will see the chemistry change. You will see the illusion fall away in the dynamics of the relation. Why is this important? Because in this realization, you begin to realize that you put people on your level. And I don't want this to sound no certain kind of way, but I can only speak it as it's coming out me in the spirit of truth that I'm resonating in. When we have the tendency to do this, many times we realize that we put people on a level with us that was never on our level in the first place. It's not a good or a bad. It's not a positive or a negative. My point is, what is the lesson that it shows you in the realization of this? I am responsible for misleading people unknowingly, but I am responsible for misleading people to think that they was in the same level of me when their life, their conduct, their habits, their addictions, different things about them, even when I was dealing with my own, we miss sometimes what we're really being shown, because it's our vices that bring us into the lives of people just according to the vice sake. Outside of the vice, there's no similarity, there's no likeness. Many of us probably been responsible to leading the people to think that they would like us. We're on the same level, and we vibed and we kicked it as such until reality strikes. Thank you for the enlightenment. As I said previously, if you're a truth seeker, if you're a truth speaker, in the fact that you can speak the truth for those of us who are able to express and communicate. In our resonance of how we integrate with truth, and it moves through us and have its being. I'm being very meticulous with what I'm expressing. We also see, when we're seeing through people, that people can't stand it. I ain't like when I recognized that people were seeing through me when I was on some lower vibratory fuckery. You know, I've been there, so I understand it and I recognize it when I see it. And today I do everything to protect my mind, to protect my space, to keep myself from certain frequencies. Because with those frequencies become certain behaviors, become certain actions, become certain characteristics, become certain expressions. So in my present, I'm always reminded of my past through somebody I know. This is deep, because this is how we figure it out if we're growing. In my presence, in your presence, you're gonna always see a reflection of your past through somebody you know. And if you're no longer in that same place, then you're looking at it from a place of what you outgrew. I hope this resonates with somebody, because I wrestled with even presenting this message, because how it made me feel just when I was trying to catch everything to put it on this paper. I know where it's speaking to, and I know where it's speaking to, because I know where it's coming from within me. People can't stand the fact that you see through them, man. And don't dumb yourself down to make nobody feel like they fit in. I'm responsible for doing that. I had to cut that short. Don't dumb yourself down just to make somebody feel like they fit in, man. That's the worst thing we could do to ourselves. But it's the greatest lesson that you can teach yourself. When you navigate from a space of love, whatever that word means to you, and allow it to teach you the lessons about you as you live life, learning about you, because we never learn about nobody else but ourselves. And that may sound far-fetched, but when wisdom is right, those who don't understand it will. Sometimes, in doing the right thing, everything in its power, even if it don't work out right, don't mean you ain't try to do the right thing. But in trying to do the right thing, everything in its power will come against you. Darkness will come against you. Ego will come against you. The devil, whatever you want to call it, will come against you. Just to make you think you the bad guy for trying to do the right thing. It's probably resonate with a lot of people. If so, just know there's never a wrong time to do the right thing, even if it ain't work out right. If you did your best, you put your heart in it, then that means if it didn't come out right, somebody just missed the picture or missed the lesson. Because sometimes it's just about the lesson. It's not about things being quote unquote fixed or back to normal or whatever the case may be, depending on the situation or circumstance. Sometimes it is just about the lesson, just like life. It's a profound insight to realize that life is really just about the lesson. Feel good for no reason at all. Remember, move in love and light, stillness and abundance, health and wholeness. I love y'all, family. Salute to God.